everybody. It's me, Sharon Rogers from Mrs. Rogers Stamperhood, and I am coming to you remotely from a remote location. I am overlooking currently Lake Francis in beautiful Pittsburgh, New Hampshire. This is where if you have a paper pumpkin and you know you're going to be getting away, it's really great to just grab it and take it with you, but you do have to take a couple things. If you have not actually ever received a paper pumpkin, your first one will come with a clear block to mount your stamps on. If it's not your first one, like this is not my first one, I've been getting paper pumpkins since 2014, then you'll want to remember to grab your clear block and possibly some scissors. I grabbed my scissors. That's why my paper pumpkin is actually open. I grabbed scissors and I grabbed a stamp cleaner and I grabbed everything else except for the block that I totally wanted to remind you to always bring. But let me just take this out. So I didn't bring a block. So I'm going to show you something really funny. This is one of my great nephews. This is Alex when he was just a little guy, and he's in kind of this clear picture frame. So if I take it out, that's what I'm going to use as my clear block. I hope it works, because otherwise this is just going to be a really bad video. I'm going to try to jump onto my Facebook feed on my iPad so that I can see what's happening as we stamp and say hello to anybody else that is joining. I did see that Vivian joined us and Debbie is here. And Debbie, I think you are gonna love your paper pumpkin too. So this one was July's kit, which is very appropriate to where we are right now because it's kind of got this camping / adventure theme to it, a great outdoors. So I'm gonna open it up here and show you what it comes with. So every paper pumpkin kit is going to come with a set of stamps, and for some reason my iPad is really lagging behind. Oh well. So here's a set of stamps. It's got some fir trees, which is great because you can use this for Christmas or not Christmas. The world awaits you, and let's see, let the adventure begin, explore, congrats. Dream big, aim high, some butterflies. I think those are butterflies. And let your light shine. Also comes with some really fantastic, come on, let me get in here. There we go. Comes with some fantastic sequins, colored sequins, which are great. 2 different sizes here, 2 different colors. Comes with your dimensionals. Always comes with dimensionals, always comes with glue dots. That's your adhesive. You don't even need to grab adhesive from home unless you want to. Comes with all that you need. In fact, there's usually more than enough here, and you get to, set the extra aside and use it on your own projects some other time. So this one also comes with some beautiful envelopes. So they're patterned envelopes, and you could, if you wanted to, you could cut these envelopes apart and use them as paper, as designer series paper. I'm not going to because I really like the colored envelopes. But this kit looks like it makes 12 cards. Wow, that's a lot. Usually it's not quite that many. And then we've got, you can see some different cards here. It's got a little lantern in there. That's one of them. You've got a different design here. You've got another design here. Probably makes 4 of each of these, is what I'm guessing. Let me just set some of these things aside. You also will get, let me turn on another light here, see if that helps. Ooh, that's bright in my face. Let me see. We'll see how that works when the light comes on. So you also get these banners, or just, this is what your sentiments are going to go on. Looks like some banners, sentiment areas with trees pops up. That's cute. We haven't seen anything like that. Got some more die cuts. And this is just the cardboard backing, but also comes with the directions that you'll need. And so you can see what we'll be making here. And it does look like you get 4 of each, even though it only shows 3 of that one, but looks like you get 4 of each one of these. And inside, you'll find the directions. Now, this one doesn't actually have any ribbon associated with it. I didn't see any anyways when I was unpacking it. But always on the paper pumpkin, you'll see this ruler over here, so that when you have to measure out the ribbon, you know how long it is, that you don't need to get another ruler out. There's no reading involved here. So, for instance, if I wanted to make this first card here, these are trifold cards, by the way. These are even extra fancy. They're awesome. It tells you what you're going to need, the separate pieces that you're going to need. This is the Stampin' Spot. Oftentimes, I won't use these. I'll keep these sealed because I have all the pads at home. But this is really great if you're especially building a collection. You get a bunch of these. And so there's your nice inky spot. I'm going to put that aside for a second. So that's what this is right here, that diagram. It's telling you to ink. And then when you come down to here, let's see if I can bring this a little bit closer so you can see. It's a little dark. Let me... So right here, you've got these little hexagonal pieces. They're not quite circles, they're hexagons, I think. Those are where the dimensionals go. And over here, this is telling you that you need 3 of the little sequins and 2 of the larger sequins. On here on this tree, it looks like it's showing you that's where you want to put your little glue dots. So those little black circles are the glue dots there. So those are all the instructions. So let's go ahead and make one of these. Show you just how simple it is. So we are going to start with the camper one. As many of you know, I love camping. I'm actually not in a camper right now. This is the family camp, but we have a camper, and I love my camper. So this is one of the cards. This is the card that we're going to use here, and it's telling us that we need to fold it into a trifold. That's step 1. So we'll fold this. So there we have our trifold here. And looks like we need to get this to show through. And you can, it's already perforated. We're just going to take this out very carefully. The camper stays in there. So there is most of our card right there. And sometimes if I get a little confused about what they mean on the directions, I just sort of look at the end result. So like, what are they really telling me here? Well, I do remember seeing trees, this tree. So what they're telling us is to ink this stamp, and that is this stamp right here. So I'm going to take that stamp. Now we're going to see if my fix for forgetting a block works. Can't believe I forgot that block. My goodness. So I'm just going to adhere this right here. There, look, it's clear. And I'm going to take this piece right here, and I can keep it in here, or I can punch it out. I'm going to punch it out just so you can see maybe it a little bit more clear here. And my directions tell me that I want to ink my stamp and then stamp on top of that tree. So I'm going to do that. So I'll ink my stamp. Let's see how well this works. I'm telling you, it was the one thing I really wanted to do. I'm like, oh, I'll show them how to take a paper pumpkin with you wherever you go. But I'm stamping right over here at the top. There, look at that. I stamped successfully on an acrylic frame, using acrylic frame. I'm so proud of myself. All right, so now what we need to do, if you look over here at the finished product, and sometimes you have stuff over here that you can see, sometimes I like to look on the front and say, okay, what's the finished one really look like? Okay, so the tree is going behind the camper. And how do we get it to attach to the camper? We could attach it to this back side, but you can see they're telling you to put the glue dots on the front side. So that's what we will do. Now I don't have my take your pick tool because I only brought my scissors and my stamp cleaner. I'm going to put these 3 little adhesive dots, mostly in the center and left of my tree, and I can peel those off. Some people like to just bring their adhesive with them because it's a little bit easier to use, I think. I want to make sure my tree sort of stays in the bounds of my card. So see, there you go. Now the tree is stuck back to the back of my camper. So that's good. And see, that's where it showed you that the back of the tree is stuck. So see how this looks like this? I'm not sure if you can see because of the light, but it does. It works right. And now it says to ink up your sentiment. Let the adventure begin. Now I think that this is a great sentiment if you're going to be going camping with someone, or you're going to be doing something fun. Let the adventure begin is a great sentiment. If everything is all white, I actually do like to punch these out and put them on a contrasting background, only because if I don't, I'm afraid that I'm not going to be able to see where I'm supposed to be stamping. I got to get rid of my tree and get my other stamp, but let's see. So I could say the world awaits you. That would make for a great, for somebody who's planning on traveling or for graduation. But let's go ahead and let the adventure begin. And that could go for a lot of different things, right? Not just a camping trip, but that could be great for graduation, lots of things. I'm gonna just line this up on my, here's where it gets a little tricky because my thing is not quite, it's tilted, so, but it's stamped nicely. There we go. And it tells me I need a couple of these on the back. So this is the first time, obviously. A lot of times I'll come on and I'll show you something that I've actually worked out in my head ahead of time, but this one clearly I have not. I just opened the package, so I have no idea what to expect. We're just gonna put this down here. Oh, see what I did? You don't see what I did. But if you look, I don't know how you can see it. The straight edge is against the edge of the card and the banner is in the center. So I'm going to, because I did that differently, I'm just going to put it on the other side then. So that balances out nicely. And now it's telling me, don't forget, I need 3 blue and 2 of the other sequins. So, and I can't, it's hard to tell where all the sequins are here. I can see one little blue one there, and I can see one there. I don't know where the third one is. I can see where the 2 yellow ones are, but you put them where you want to put them anyway. But remember, if you've watched any time, much of this, you know that through 3, 5, any odd number is the best number of sequins or anything to put on, you want to put on an odd number of embellishments because odd is more pleasing to the eye. So maybe I put one up there, and now I need to have a couple of blue ones, so maybe there's one right there, and there's another one going up here. Just adds a little bit of twinkle and a little sparkle. So we have that, and there we go. And that card is done. Now I could add a few more things inside if I wanted to. If I wanted to stamp a tree in here, I could do that because I do have this evergreen tree in here. I'm not going to do that only because I'm not very confident in my block, because this is not a block and it's very flimsy and shaky. So that is one of the 12 cards. I'm going to do the rest up, but I'm not going to actually, let's see, what's Debbie saying? Could you use the other side so the stand part doesn't interfere? I'm actually, if I use the other side, then the stand would interfere. I was actually using the side that wasn't, but it still sort of interferes. It's just, you know, next time I'll use my block. And actually, I probably won't finish these up here because I'd rather use my block and not risk messing some of these up. But I could come in here and I could take some of my little butterflies and stamp those around. But I think I might wait till I get home and stamp in a different color for those. I don't know.